Micah. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone! It is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we do coffee with Krystle, me, Mika, and we have Anne Marie Battis here from ReeCreating Wellness. And so we are super excited today to chat because we are really trying this year. We want to help support our other local businesses around Harford County and through Delta, Pennsylvania. So we are here because it is January. It is already 2023, which is insane.
Yeah, I can't even believe, that number just doesn't even compute.
Right?
Yeah.
How is your 2023 going so far?
So far, it's been super busy.
Which is good.
Well, which is a good thing. I mean, because everybody looks at January as, oh my gosh, I have to, and I hate the word resolution.
I know.
But, oh my gosh, I have to, get my act together, and I have to, whatever, and, January is the time, and that's when people do it.
Yes.
And so, so now everybody wants to get healthy, which is good.
Which is good.
Not
never
a
a bad
time.
Not a bad time.
Never a bad time. Get started today. Let's do this. You know, whatever. But
it's busy.
But it's busy. So January's for me.
So I would say what I have experienced so far is a lot of sadness already. One of our children at our cheer gym at Alpha Athletics Cheer fell out of a cheer stunt, and she's only 8 years old. She has a concussion. And then the same night that we found out about that one, which was last night, we found out that one of our directors has stage 4 cancer in his throat.
Oh my word.
Happy 2023.
Yeah,
so,
that's not a good start.
But good news is that all of that can be healed and corrected, and we're going to, some out there in medical care now, and so they're going to be getting taken care of, and so, sometimes there's setbacks in life, and what we need is to make sure, I'm telling all of you, that it's okay that you go through things, but never feel like you're alone. And especially that you are well taken care of, not by just your family, but also professionals that can help you get in your journey of taking care of yourself and feeling better. And so that is why today it is so important that we are here with Anne Marie, because she is fantastic and phenomenal at her background, at what she knows, at how she can help you achieve your goals. So, Anne Marie, tell me more about ReeCreating Wellness.
Okay, so here so I am a naturopathic practitioner, and basically all that means is I'm that holistic doc that, is able to kind of help you with things from a holistic point of view. This is God's medicine. This is foundational. This was well before allopathic medicine came along. And there's a place for allopathic medicine. I mean, if I fall and break my leg or whatever, please send me to the emergency room. Please set that up and, get that taken care of. But I don't need the painkillers and things like that because I have natural solutions for that. And so that's huge.
Yeah.
And because, you think about all the people that have addiction issues and things like that. And it can happen to anybody, okay? So, there are natural solutions that we can use that can walk alongside a lot of these different things that we have. Now, premiumly, the idea is to work on your foundations and make sure that your body is able to handle what life throws at it, because life is going to throw. Right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Life's going to throw, and sometimes you feel like you're doing whack-a-mole, okay, we got this taken care of, and you think, okay, we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, because life's going to throw you something else.
Yep.
And so by building your foundations, it helps to give your body the fighting chance that it needs to get done what it needs to get done and fight all of these different things that come our way.
And mentally, I think people's biggest concern is when you get tossed something like that, your first step is whoa, and you panic. And then you have to work through and process that and realize okay, there are solutions and you have to figure out what they are, and you cannot squander and just deal with in this depressed phase of why is this happening to me? Yeah. You got to get back on the bandwagon, friends. You got to keep pushing forward because life is still going to happen around you, and people need you in their lives. So,
and it happens to everybody.
Absolutely.
Nobody is, was absolved of it.
Yeah, you're not unscathed.
And so you give yourself a fighting chance.
And sometimes it's like the tools that you have is helpful, not just for whatever you're physically going through, but it'll heal you mentally as well. And sometimes you can't even mentally, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're depressed, doesn't that happen sometimes because of your brain not being
Absolutely. And here we deal with mind, body, and spirit.
Yes.
And that's something, again, very, very different than the allopathic community. Because you are body, mind, and spirit, and 100%. They all are very, very connected. And so if I don't, I can help you physically, we can do supplementation, movement, water, detoxification, all the things.
Yeah.
But if your mental state is such that, let's just say you just got a diagnosis of some sort and you're depressed about that, and you have the sad feelings. And it's okay for very short term.
Yep,
okay,
short term.
Very, it's very understandable for short term. But you embrace that and say a medical doctor, like in my own case, my medical doctor had told me I had 6 months to 9 months to live. I embraced that for a short amount of time, and then finally, my brain kicked in and said, if you're going out kicking and screaming. And I began to fight. Changing that mindset, y'all, I know it's kind of chatter out there, change your mindset, do that. It is 1,000% true, because our cells have memory, and our cells know about this kind of thing. And we can keep going, and we can keep playing that record, and that's exactly where you're going to be.
Yep.
Or you can change the record and say, yeah, this really stinks.
Love it.
I don't like this. I don't like, because your body, again, knows you can't, sugarcoat things, and you can change it. There's tools, there's essential oils, there are tapping, there's all kinds of things that you can do, prayer, meditation, all the things, to change that mindset, to change the cellular, and get those cells regenerated to where then they are fighting too. And I'm telling you, when you look at some of the studies and you look at how words are used and how, different modalities, like, the difference between somebody like me and an allopathic doctor is he's got two tools. He's got pharmaceuticals and he has surgery. Or, sorry, I can't help you. And I've got a plethora of different tools that we can try and see, does this work, let's see about this, let's try this, let's mix these two together and see what kind of combination your particular body chemistry is going to respond to, and also your emotions. And there are some things that are better with emotions than others. I have Bach flowers, I have essential oils, tapping, deep breathing exercises, all kinds of things. And by helping you, body, mind, and spirit, that's helping the whole person. And that's the big, huge difference between me and an allopathic doctor. And so that's what we do here, is we help body, mind, and spirit. And we help you to lay the foundation so that your body has something to fight off with.
I love it.
Okay? So like when I tell people I haven't had a headache in 10 years, and they look at me like, how in the world, how does that happen? Even though I have a very physical, very obvious physical disability with the lymphedema that's on my body, I haven't had cold, flu, sniffle, nothing in 10 years. How do you explain something like that?
And overall, again, although you're dealing with lymphedema, overall on a daily basis, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm functional. If you look at people that have even, like I have it from head to toe, which is very unusual. Usually people will get it, like if they have, the tumor that I had was inside of my heart, and so it affected my entire body. But let's just say I had, breast cancer, and it was, my right breast. I could get it in my right arm, and that's pretty much where it's going to stay.
Yeah.
But, so most people will get it in an arm if they've had breast cancer, or if, they might get it in a leg or two. You can be born with it, a lot more rare, but it does happen. And a lot of them, especially with the legs, they're bedridden. Okay? They're the people that, you see on TV, My 600-Pound Life, every last one of them's got lymphedema in their legs. Every last one.
And when they're at that stage, are you able to, with these supplements and everything, still able to get them back?
Yep, and get them, and that's the whole thing, is you give the body the tools it needs, and you would be amazed at what it can do. But a lot of people, what they do is, instead of, they'll seek help from a medical doctor, which is absolutely, okay. But then they'll say, okay, well, if this doesn't work, then I'll come to you. And I'm over here going, oh, honey, early intervention, because natural solutions sometimes take a little bit longer, but they don't have the side effects and they don't have all the garbage with it. And so a lot of times I will suggest, well, while you're getting whatever it is that you're getting from your medical doctor, let's see what we can walk alongside at the same time.
Yes.
And try to build up your foundation so your body's got something to fight with.
Yeah.
So when I have people that come in and, maybe they've had a cancer diagnosis and, they're going through all of the things that the medical doctor is, recommending to them, I have come alongside of them and said, hey, let's support with nutrients. Mm-hmm. Let's support that body so your body's got something to fight with. And every single time the people come out, and they don't look like they've just been through hell and back, even though they have just been through hell and back. And so that's like a huge thing for people. I wish I had known what I know now while I was going through my journey. And now that I know, I've turned the tables. I am living 10 years longer than any doctor ever predicted that I would. And I'm helping other people. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, when you think about the purpose, you think about what, when people go, what's your purpose or whatever, I'm like, mine is so, like, blatantly out there. And my husband was the one that revealed that to me. He was like, do you not see, like, what I did? I'm like, well, bless you, and I put them off for a long time. I'm like, okay, you're just saying that because you love me.
You have to.
And all y'all that know John, And so, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just walk through this door until I don't walk anymore. And God just keeps opening up more doors and opening up more doors, and I can help more people. But a lot of people, like what we practice here, a lot of people don't know that it's even available. Yeah. They don't know that regular massage therapy is so good. Yeah. They don't understand. Like Becky has 25 years experience as a licensed massage therapist. She has worked for chiropractors and physical therapists and working with me. She knows the lymphatic system. She knows, which is not something that they're taught in school. I mean, you're aware of it, but you don't know about it. Yep. And it's huge. It's huge. So she brings a tremendous amount to the practice, so if you've ever had a, massage by Becky,
Now, is Becky, because I don't think the average person who's like about to go through the cancer treatments, I don't think they fully realize the impact of the repercussions ongoing and long term that radiation and chemo can affect. Huge. Is she able to, with her lymphedema or with her lymphatic drainage, is she able to work with the patient while they're undergoing? Like not during. Yeah,
not during, but
that
after,
night or that day before.
And trying to detox things out. And that's where it's real important for the medical doctor that is involved to work with me, and we figure out a schedule, because like even just with supplements, some of the supplements will undo what, say they chose chemo. Some of those supplements will block the chemo from working. And so you just put that in there and I'm over here taking it out. Well, that's great for me to take it out, but there's a timing involved, so unfortunately they're trying to kill you while I'm trying to save you, and it's
it's an oxymoron, really. It doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. Okay, none of this makes sense. But at the end of the day, there's a timing involved, and especially like once they're like done treatment, we can go hog wild with detoxification. Trying to get all this garbage out that they tried to save you with, and that kind of thing, and try to get all of that out, because the long-term damage is huge for survivors. And so, it's the average person has a lot of junk. If you've ever had an ionic foot bath, you will know. If you know, you know. And so we've got lots of stuff in here. You talked about 2023. There is lots of garbage out there, guys, and our bodies are constantly fighting it. So it's just as important what we put in our body
100%.
As what we get out. Our bodies have to detoxify. And if there's nothing I've learned in the past 10 years of my own journey, because lymphedema holds on to everything. It holds on to the garbage. It holds on to everything. I am like detox queen, okay, because it's got to come out. And I'm fighting my body all the time because my body wants to hold on to it. And I'm like, yep, no, it's going out. Let's go. And we have different detox pathways. And so there's different things that we can do to make that happen, you know. But, you know, like I said, you can come here. We have ionic foot bath. We have, Becky is huge. I help out and I do, you know, a lymphatic drainage, if you will. Just encouraging the body to do what it's designed to do. So we work with the body instead of fighting against it and just throwing things at it. Our tools actually help. You know, pain, inflammation, we have red light therapy, we've got, you know, all the different things that are going to help to be supportive for the body. The Beamer is huge, 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 huge in my practice for a myriad of different things, because our different body systems, we have lots of different body systems. We have our endocrine system and, you know, our immune system and the digestive system, all the different systems. And some of them overlap a little bit and they kind of talk to each other. And if one's not working, the other one might be a little bit compromised. But for the most part, they can still work independently of one another. Nothing in your body works without circulation, if I have learned anything. And so circulation is everything. That Beamer is huge because that's what helps that 72,000 miles of microcirculation that goes through your body. I know, it's kind of crazy, right? It's as thin as your hair. And, you know, so like if somebody comes in here and they're like, oh, I've had, you know, these stents in my heart and, you know, I've had blockages and whatever. Those are your arteries and capillaries. Those are the big superhighways, okay? Well, behind those superhighways are 72,000 miles of microcirculation. So if your superhighways are blocked, girlfriend, you got way more problems than you know you have. And so that Beamer can go in there very gently and help to stimulate.
And how do you know that? How do you know if it is blocked?
Well, that's where your medical doctor is going to say, oh, look, here I see on this scan, you've got this.
This is a CAT scan that you see.
Yeah, there's the kind of scans that they can do. Now, that being said, I got tools too. Okay, so there's a thing called thermography. Okay, and we have a certified thermographist that comes once a month into the clinic. Her next one, not this Saturday, following Saturday, and she can take pictures. And they're heat image. So there's no drugs, there's no chemical interactions, there's no nothing. It uses heat therapy. And she can take pictures, if you will, from head to toe. She can do just, you know, instead of some of the other things that some of the medical doctors might recommend, you know, she can take, you know, different pictures and we can see gut issues, we can see all kinds of things. And she takes that picture, it gets sent to an MD who is trained to look at thermography, you know, just like radiation. They're trained to look at that. And then they take the report and then they give it to me and I know then what I can help to recommend because it's going to see, we're going to see on there some, you know, blockages or IBS or all different kinds of things that go on with the gut and things like that.
Is she able to do that with a pet too?
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes through
her. I think she can. Okay. So quote me, don't quote me, but I think that she can. But for sure with people we can do that. I have a scanner coming that's going to do something similar but different where we're going to be able to track in the body what's going on, pinpoint different things of where there's deficiencies. So it doesn't say you have blah, blah, blah. It says, I see a little bit of problem over here, and I see a little bit of problem over here, and these foods might be causing some problem, and, you know, whatever, and that scanner is coming soon. I ordered it last month.
That'll be incredible.
So, yeah, so it's going to be, it is incredible, and that's the whole idea, is being proactive in things that that we need to get done in our body.
100%.
You know, and by taking care, we have vibration plate here. We've got a lot of different things. A chi vitalizer. You could come in here and get a lot of the things done. You don't have to have these machines at home if you don't want to. A lot of them I do recommend, you know, for people to get. I can help you get it. I can help you get a Beamer in your home. I can help you, you know. They even have Beamers for horses. Did you know that?
That's amazing.
I know. It's pretty cool. When you watch a horse and you put the Beamer blanket on him or her, and you could just see, because animals don't lie.
Sure.
Okay, like we can sit here all day long, right? Animals don't lie. And you could put the Beamer blanket on him, and, you know, within a minute, and he's putting his head down, and he's going like this, and he's licking his chops, and then he's nuzzling up to you, or, you know, pawing at the ground and just having a good time. And and so when they see me coming, they're like, "Oh, I like that lady. She does something. I like that lady." You know. And my dog, my Odie, my golden, he's not my golden. That was Cody. That was for him. My gosh.
The other dog.
Still Odie. Okay. I tried to change his name. We rescued him, and he was not having the name changed. So we had Cody, then we had Odie. And my Great Pyrenees, Odie. You know, again, if you follow me, Odie is a hot mess. And I've used all my tools on him, so he has come way far. But when I take the Beamer out, like say if I'm going to just use it while I'm sitting on the sofa or whatever, he jumps on there before I do. Now, you try to move a Great Pyrenees, okay, like good luck.
Not working.
Yeah, very stubborn, and he's not small.
Yep.
And so he loves laying on the mat. He sees that mat and he sees, ooh, good stuff. You know what I mean? And so they know what's, you know, the way animals are. They're very intuitive, and they don't know why. Because I could sit here all day long and tell you about technology and this and that and everything. They could absolutely care less. They just know if they lay on that thing, it makes them feel good.
It feels good.
It feels good. Yeah. It feels good. And so they like that. So a lot of my tools will also, I guess, transfer, if you will, into animals. Now, sometimes with cats, their livers are a little bit different, and they don't respond as well to some of the tools. But for sure, dogs, horses, they love my tools. Even chickens. We have chickens, we have goats, we have, you know, and so there's things that we can get out. I don't know if Cameron would be like really excited with chickens in here, but
Cameron, I didn't say we should do it, but I think we should have a little chicken. Just,
you know, like chicken yoga.
Okay, chicken yoga.
Chicken yoga. There you go, chicken yoga.
That's my recommendation.
Chicken yoga.
I would like a small fee for my recommendation. Can you imagine?
I know. Oh my gosh.
The poop alone during that. Like, I always wonder with the goat yoga, like, what do you do if they put, like...
Yeah.
But a chicken? Oh, then we're talking about a whole different...
Now we have created something. Look at
Oh my gosh.
So we have coined it right now.
Who wants to come for chicken yoga at Cameron's place? Comment below. She's gonna be like, seriously, ladies, it's enough. It's enough.
She's gonna kill us. So as we digress, yeah.
Chicken yoga.
Chicken. What do you think about that, Mika?
What do you think about that, Mika?
Do you like chicken?
Do you want to share? Look, Mika can come for yoga too.
Yes.
Oh, yoga. But she did her yoga last week with Cameron.
I know.
She was amazing.
She did yoga.
She did so good.
She did do good.
That was funny.
So, well, and yoga for the doggies. They might have some, you know, maybe joint issues or something else like that. So if your pet has some joint issues, I do know, like, one of the companies that I deal with for people things, they actually have a pet collagen that works super, super good. And this is Odie, so it's kind of mangled. But
and what does collagen do?
Yeah, and this collagen will help to strengthen all of the joints and things like that. Because especially like for my dog, a big dog, they immediately start with things like hip dysplasia or you know, any kind of arthritis and joint issues and stuff. Yeah. And this is what we use for Odie. And you know, I can get you hooked up with this, or you know, Krystle can get you hooked up as well. She doesn't know it yet, but she can. And so this is what we use, and it's a liquid. It's a liquid. You know, we just put it in his food, and I hide everything in his food because he's got like super nose. There's not a whole lot that works on him, but super nose works. Yeah. And so that's really good for him. And then there's also such a thing. This is my little blue book. Okay. Yeah, other people have black books. I have a little blue book. Okay, so my little blue book. My little blue book. I have patches in here, and I can show you kind of what they look like. That all of them do a little bit different, and basically there's nothing transdermal in them, so they don't contraindicate with, any other kind of things that you're doing. But see, it's just like a little patch. It looks like a Band-Aid.
Okay.
And it just tells you on the back which one it is. And what they bring different things to the table. So the short and long of it, if you think about acupuncture in a patch. So at home, cheaper, okay, and you can do it because Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, created thousands of years ago, figured out that we have acupuncture points all over our body, and they all correlate with other parts in our teeth and our hands and everything else. And so these will walk alongside, like after you've had a massage, you're still dealing with some pain issues. You're still dealing with, you know, certain things like I wear them right here. I have them right here. Okay. And for the sake of not scaring all y'all, I won't show you. Let's see, Krystle, well, here. Let's see, it's right here. So I have one on this side and one on this side, and these two work in tandem with one another because this right here are lymph channels. Yep. And it helps me to help keep that lymph flowing during the day. It helps people with, you know, breathing issues, pain issues. There's one that's a glutathione that basically will, what studies have proven, will raise your glutathione levels up to 300% within 24 hours.
And what is a glutathione?
And glutathione is huge because that's like your super antioxidant, and your body already makes it.
Body already makes it.
Okay, so you put it over the liver area, and it stimulates your liver to do what it's supposed to do anyway. So we're not giving you anything. We are using different points on the body to help stimulate the body to do what it should be doing already. Okay. And maybe for one reason or another it's not doing that. Or maybe your body needs a little extra support. And so these guys are super good on furry things too.
So what, you shave the spot and put
we what I would do, let's just say, little Mika, we're going to use you as our little test puppy.
Oh, we have a test puppy.
So we have a test puppy here. So this guy right here, this is the big daddy. And so let's just say we want Mika to have like super dog things going
super
on.
Energy dogs? I don't know.
Well, not energy. Yeah, no, not energy. But let's just say that, you know, and this does conduct energy within the body as well. Now for her, let's just say she was having some issues on her spine. I would just peel this off and then just make a spot. Okay. And then just put it at the top of her spine. Now if she's not having it, you can put it underneath the collar. Okay. And as she wears the collar and stuff, it will go right under there.
So it doesn't have to be actually directly on the skin.
No, and that's why you don't walk around with these in your pocket. You have a little blue binder, or, you know, like they come in like little envelopes. You can keep them in an envelope if you want to.
And then how long has that thing got to stay on?
It depends on the person, or like a little thing like that, she only needs it a couple of hours. But if you think about, okay, so with acupuncture, if you were, and I love acupuncturists, okay, but if you were in an acupuncturist's office, number one, you have needles. Yeah. A lot of people don't do needles. And number two, you're getting that stimulation in that spot for maybe an hour, half hour or so. These you can keep on for 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
Yeah, because actually my acupuncturist is 20 minutes. So you're only at 20 minutes, so that's nice.
Yeah, and so it's nice, you know. And so there is a learning curve, and, you know, you have me, and there's protocols and things like that that are super, super easy. So for any of you that are using them, you know, you're my client, you're using them already. Maybe comment below on how you're using it and how easy they are to use. Again, a learning curve. That learning curve, a lot of people get scared of learning new things, or, oh my gosh, this is too overwhelming. Because let's face it, the past 2.5 years have been very overwhelming for everybody. Yes. But guys, you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself, because even I can't help you. How many people have sat in that chair? I had one man come and he sat down. He's an older man, and so, you know, he had very much a medical mindset. And he said, "So you the doctor's going to fix me?" I'm like, "Oh, you are in the wrong place, buddy."
And it's not just about you fixing him. Yeah. You yourself has to take the steps as well. But the first step is sitting in the chair.
The first step is getting your honey in here. Yep. And we talk about the different things that are going to be supportive. You know, what kind of diagnosis maybe that the medical doctor gave you. Because there's a lot of things, you know, people with type 2 diabetes. It's the easiest thing in the world to get you off that diagnosis. I have done it 100 times over.
Y'all got diabetes? You hear this one?
I know, it's kind of crazy, right?
Yes.
But the medical community doesn't tell you that, or they won't share that. Maybe, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they don't know. I don't know. But it's very easy to get rid of a lot of these diagnoses and so then you're not embracing, I have this and I have this.
Yeah.
If you noticed my terminology a few minutes ago, the lymphedema that's on my body, this lymphedema that's on my body does not define who I am.
Get it, girl.
And it's not me. It's not me, And so it's on my body. I have to deal with it. It's a daily thing. It's a lot of work to deal with.
Yes.
But you know what? If I didn't deal with it, number one, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Okay. But, my quality of life would not be there either. And I wanted to be around to, see my boys grow up into men and, see grandchildren. Yeah. And, I got that new grandbaby.
I know, she got a mug that says Nana, y'all.
I do. Nana, okay? And so, I'm experiencing things that I was told I would never do and never have. And so not only is that precious to me, but I want to be able to give that gift to other people.
Yes.
Now, can we, we don't cure anything. Your body does all the work, okay? And can we change that diagnosis? Most of the time, we can change the diagnosis. We can improve the diagnosis. There is quality of life out there. Yes. And it's all up to your body as to how that translates. We just help to make you aware of the different tools, make them available to you. You do what you want to.
Yeah.
I'm just making you aware of those things because the other, the medical community is not going to do that for you. The medical community is not going to make you aware of those things because they don't know. Yeah. They really don't know. They know of the anatomy and physiology, but they don't know what people like me know.
Yeah.
And so I'm giving you another side of the coin. What you do with that information, completely up to you.
Yeah.
And it translates into little guys like him, like him too. And like these things. This is actually comes from a different company. This is Anna Greens, which just stands for Animal Greens, and this is an Animal Natural Barrier Support. And Odie gets both of these as well because one of them's got vitamins and nutrients and stuff in it. It's your greens, okay, for the dog. And it doesn't have to be just a dog, okay? Sure. And then the Animal Natural Barrier Support, which is huge for him because he has gut issues. Okay. He came, when we rescued him 5 years ago, that poor dog was like skin and bones. He was abused. God only knows what the first 2.5 years of his life looked like. And it just makes me want to like punch somebody. I do. I get a little.
But she digresses.
I digress. But you want to set me off like, abuse an animal and you're toast, right? But anyway, so, these are huge as far as gut health for the animal. And because everything, just like us, everything happens in the gut. So if we can address gut issues, a lot of things are going to be able to, if you have an animal that has been abusive situations, things like that, that you've rescued them or whatever, Bach flowers are a wonderful way to emotionally help an animal out because you can't do talk therapy with an animal. I mean, you can love them, you can, and God knows, Odie is like overloved. I mean, I've got pictures of my husband sleeping next to it. I mean, it's ridiculous. You can love an animal past a lot of things, but just like our bodies store emotion and our bodies store things, the animals do too. Yep. And so the Bach flowers can help them to work through it in their little doggy fashion.
And we're talking separation anxiety too.
Separation anxieties. Yep. Oh my gosh, if I did not have a diffuser in my house, I wouldn't have a house because this dog would eat through everything. I mean, he ate through one of my Parsons chairs. That was, when he first came to us. That was my daddy.
But she still loved him.
Well, I still love him. It was awesome because, I went to Wisconsin to see my family and my husband sending me pictures. He's like, okay, I came home from work and we no longer have Parsons chairs. I'm like, awesome.
You didn't need it. It was taking up space.
Didn't need it.
Did not need to be in that spot.
Didn't have to be there. And so, but Mama got new chairs. It's awesome. Okay.
He helped you.
Daddy was not thrilled.
Really?
But Mama got new chairs, so I'm looking maybe win-win. Okay. And Daddy thought we were in cahoots. We weren't, but he thought we were in cahoots. And so, there's different tools that we can use to help these animals through things. I had, and the whole reason I'm not a vet, okay, but the whole reason that people ask me for help with their pets is because I've helped them with their health. Yeah. And they want something natural and holistic to be able to use for their pets too, because they're their babies.
And those prescription diets are not necessary when there's other tools tools.
Exactly.
Great solutions.
And like I had one horse who the vet was like, yep, let's put him down. He had a gash. And I could understand. I looked at that gash, oh my goodness. And, the owners, had asked me, and I said, y'all need to call a vet because no, we've been to the vet. The vet's been out and, suggested that we put him down. And I was like, okay, so I'm here. Why? And we want to give him one more shot. We want to, so I told him, I said, well, we could try this, this, and this. And the patches were huge. Yeah. The beamer was huge. We did some mud packing on the area and stuff. Oh my goodness, I know that's got to be mine, of course.
Is it telling me that I'm supposed to be at work? Yeah.
Yeah, no. Is that mine? Oh my gosh. And so we did some mud packing. We did, there were different things that we did to help with wound care and, helped get circulation to the area, all the different things. And the family was willing to do, I told them, I broke it down. I said, I'm not going to come out. You guys are going to do this. Yeah. So, you have no fee for me. I'm telling you what you need. These are the tools you need. And they said, okay, we'll do it for a month. It wasn't cheap, but they did it for a month. Right. That's what they were willing to do because that horse meant that much to them. Yeah. That they wanted to, they wanted to do it. Who knew? Horse is out doing his thing now and whatever. And it's fine. Okay. I was purely shocked. I really was because I looked at them and I was like, oh, yeah.
Because you hope.
But we hope and we pray. And, and I said, the best we can do is, throw some tools and see if the horse's body responds to it and see if they're, embracing it and, that kind of thing. And it's all about the body. The body decides what happens. Yeah. But if you have a strong foundation, which is why I specialize in foundation, if you have a strong foundation, because things are going to come your way. Yes. You don't think that all the crud has entered into the
air, even the air.
Okay, the air. I do house calls, for the infirm. I do, all those kinds of things. You don't think I've been exposed to things? Right. Okay? But I have not been sick, cold, flu, sniffle, headache, nothing in 10 years. Yep. Because I am fastidious about making sure that I keep all of my things going. Do I slip sometimes, during the holiday season, had a little too much eggnog, Yeah, I sure did, okay? Yeah. But we bounce back. Yeah. Okay, and we bounce back and we do better next time. And just knowing the tools that I know. If you don't know what those tools are, you can follow. I teach classes all the time. We have a class coming up next Monday, actually, on hormones. Okay. And we have far exceeded my space here in the clinic, and so we're going to have it next door in the. We'll still be in the gym, but in one of the workout rooms. Yeah, very exciting.
Okay, so how would they can find out about this class on your website and your Facebook? Yeah,
it won't be on the website. It'll probably be it's on Facebook. It's Cameron's got it everywhere too. So Model A Fitness. And you can, if you want either information or it's free to attend. Okay, so it's a free class that I'm giving. But registration is really appreciated because we want to make sure we have enough chairs and things like that because, handouts and stuff. All you have to do is text or call the clinic here at 717-575-2412. Okay. And you can text and then Christine will let you know the details and stuff. But it's Monday night at 7 o'clock here at Model A Fitness. And, learn a little bit about hormones and why your body is responding, why it's responding or not doing what it's supposed to do. and some natural tools that be able to support that, because a lot of women, I don't care what age you are, from the minute you become a woman to the day you die, have issues with hormones. I mean,
I know a few.
You know,
I know a few.
Yeah. I mean, and it happens. It does. Now, this class, obviously, there's only so much that I can teach in a half an hour or so. So it's truly an introduction, but hopefully it'll give you a little bit of education, a little bit of, something to say, oh, okay, maybe it might resonate with you, that you want to go a little bit further and, maybe explore some things, maybe come in and we can talk, or, because there's always more classes, there's always, more things, but hopefully get you thinking that, wow, or giving you hope. Good. Because I can't tell you, and I treasure this. I think I want to cry every time I think about it. That people come in and, and Christine, she's my assistant, and she had said this many times, that, because she had worked for me before I opened the clinic. She had, she was doing my bookkeeping and things like that, but she was never involved in client care, until we opened the clinic last year. And she's like, people come in and they literally have their Walmart sack full of maybe some supplements, pharmaceuticals, all the things that they do. Okay, Walmart sack full, okay, and they literally throw themselves in the chair and they are despondent, they are broken, they have no spirit, they're just exhausted,
Giving up,
and they're broke.
Yeah.
And they're like, please help me, like, you're my last resort. And as much as I love to help people like that, maybe come in before you get to that point, because, at that point it's kind of an uphill battle, okay? Doesn't mean that there's no help or no,
just a little harder.
But it's a whole lot harder on you. It's a whole lot harder on your body to be able to come back from that point. But then they leave, even just talking with us, they leave and they're like, oh my gosh, you gave me so much hope. And they're hugging me on the way out. Yeah. And those who want to pray, we sit and pray with them. Those who, people just need hope. Yeah. And so, I'm a sassy hope dealer. So,
She's a sassy hope dealer, y'all. So if you want on that note.
I know, on that note.
If you would like to, Anne Marie is a fantastic resource for you and you feel like she can help you or a loved one of yours, please reach out. I left her phone number in our description, but you can find her on Facebook. You can find her at Model A Fitness. She has a space inside of Model A Fitness in Delta, Pennsylvania. Let me double check real quick and make sure. Here's Mika. We have any, but nope, there's no comments in here. Okay, so friends, if you have anything that you need to ask of Anne Marie, please reach out to her. We, as always, try to support our communities, and Anne Marie is doing a fantastic job of that.
Thank you.
You are a fantastic resource, and your story has truly led you to what you are supposed to be doing. So
who knew?
Who knew? Y'all got to get in here and utilize her tools, because it's her purpose, it's her passion, and it's her responsibility to be here to help you. And your first step is to help yourself.
Yes.
So, friends, we appreciate each and every one of you. We will see you next week on Coffee with Krystle. But before then, we will see you at 1632 Main Street in Whiteford at Mission Pet Supplies and Country Store, or at missionpetsupplies.com. We will see you soon. Thank you so much, Anne Marie.
Absolutely. Thanks, Krystle.
Bye.
Bye, guys.